everybody. This is Tiffany. Yeah, I just peed a clean pee test today. They are still tormenting me on the human being floor. Okay, I was literally just watching a video of me, and like one of my supposed friends are sitting here in my body, being like, yeah, they're still making fun of her over there or whatever, thinking that she's gonna get her money or she's gonna get anything. I am going to, Miss McLaughlin. If they drive my train on the human being floor and make mistakes, that's their fault. If they're watching me, listening, recording me, riding me down on the human being floor in Vancouver, Washington, making any kind of mistakes, it is against the law, because they're not doing it from Vancouver, they're doing it from Portland. Okay? So whatever you may or may not hear in the lighter department is their fault. This is their fault. Right. Tiffany wants to be a good mama. She wants to lead by example. She wants to be able to have a job. She wants to be able to have a boyfriend. She wants to be able to have sex, but she can't. She has no privacy at all. And she's made fun of all over the internet, okay? Miss McLaughlin. Aubrey from Seattle. Mrs. Faye and Russell Faye. And the other people that do have her back in Oregon on the Justice of the Peace Department. Because the motherfucker that was just talking out of her mouth isn't from Oregon either. He's from Arizona. His name is LaShawn, but LaShawn's dead. So it's somebody off of his power source, I guess. Yep, well, I'm drinking right now, and I might be making bad decisions in a second because they're driving my train. Because they won't stop talking shit about me. It doesn't matter. Dude, I've literally spent 19,000 hours down here, not on meth at all. I've literally made a mistake like once or twice a year when they literally drive my train to call somebody from my old life because they are talking so much shit about me up here that it's not me that they are talking about. It is the person over there making them hate me. The same people that talked to Lana Skinner up here, sending them virtual voicemails or pictures or text messages, and Tana Cloud and Rachel Morrow and my daughter Sreya. And rather, it's literally just in their subconscious brain, and it's being sub-pump blocked, and the human beings on the human being floor have no idea what's going on, and I feel like they do, or not. I am not guilty of shit. I did not hurt nobody. I'm not the kid herder over there doing meth with their kids, or beating them up, or whatever the fuck they're saying. I've never hurt nobody. They've been in my body, virtually, for 3 years. The 3-year anniversary of them sending me their bodies when they moved to Arizona is coming up here in August. Okay? Yeah, I did. I had a clean hair follicle test on July 17th, and I messed up twice. Once with a candle on it, and it was on camera, and it's on my private messages on my Google account. The FBI knows it. And then I turned around and called the Credit Protection Services people, and I sent them a video of my story, and they took it out of my phone. And I don't know if they took it out and rerouted it to something different. I don't know. But I've never been accused of nothing on the human being floor because I've never done nothing. I've never hurt nobody, man. I'm a good fucking person. I got off drugs 3.5 years ago to be a better mom to my baby girl because my baby girl couldn't live with me part-time when I had an apartment there because I had drug addicts coming in and out. Whether it was Nick, the one I gave CPR to that was paying rent during COVID, or Anthony Cias, or whoever the fuck it wasn't, man. I wasn't about to have my baby girl live there part-time or even stay there part-time with me, with those people coming out into my house. Not just that, I was a drug addict too, but that was 3.5 years ago, man. Right, UE members, upper echelon members are not allowed to be connected to people who have STDs or who do drugs every day, right? Right. Well, I'm the one keeping them off meth, and STDs or not. I don't even know if I really have STDs or not. I just know I slept with somebody who did, and I didn't sleep with anybody else after that. He has a work dick picture up there, and he's black. There's also a work dick picture up there on a white boy. As privacy invasive as it is, it's what it is. He lives in Arizona with Katrina or somebody else. Yeah, Anthony Cias, right. Okay? So, once again, I'm asking your forgiveness from the upper echelon in Oregon, and to forgive this piece of shit named number 2's friend, who is not number 2, it's LaShawn, which is really not LaShawn either, Clumpet, it's Bo, or somebody else from Arizona, Portland. Vigilante, sorta? No, it's the fucking other guy. It's fucking douchebag, narcissistic piece of shit. Yeah, well, they told me to do whatever I'm about to do again because they're not listening. Seattle, Washington, FBI promised Tiffany they would have her back 100%, and this wouldn't happen to her anymore if she didn't revolt. And the revolt was, on July 17th, they did not give her money for a clean hair follicle test because of what they set her up for from Arizona and Portland. And it was Tiffany Brooks Browning, like the rifle, not Tiffany Brooks Brown up here with red hair, named Tony, or Ashley Kirkland, or Amanda Tessie, who's a vet. Yeah, Tony Brown is my baby's mom, the one who raised my daughter every day with Sal, over there in a happy, healthy environment. with no drugs or nothing. Exactly. Well, my daughter never lived with me, dude. She's never lived with me. I got off drugs to be a better mom, hoping she could live with me part-time back when she did love me the way she should. And whenever she doesn't love me now, or whatever she doesn't, my daughter, my baby girl loves me, bitch. Shut the fuck up. My baby girl loves me a lot, okay? But she doesn't trust me necessarily because of what they said to her on Facebook up here, where I'm not at, just to get my money. Well, they're sneaking through pipelines from Portland Feds District, pretending that I'm this fucking floozy or this slut, or letting them take pictures of me naked, or them, or whatever they're doing, because I have no idea what they said to my baby girl. When I asked her that, she ran out of the room. I was like, hey, honey, I was like, yeah, I was writing on Facebook, like, do you not get my messages, or is there a reason why you don't want to talk to Mama on Facebook, or... And she just ran out, and she went into her dad's room, and then her dad came out, and he had a talk with me outside for like an hour, coming in and out of different people, being a Virgo, being straight up, and then calling me honey and shit, because it's different people coming in and out of his body, whatever that's called, like, understanding where Tiffany Brooks Brown is coming from on the human being floor, because they don't know that on the human being floor. And I don't even know if Sal knows that if whatever they did send to my daughter, if they even did send something to my daughter, and it's not literally just a fucking Fed bitch talking out of her mouth. That's the whole point. I'm not a Fed. The Feds talk out of my mouth. People talk out of other people's mouth too, like my mom Carol and Ema and my daughter. I've seen them come in and out of my daughter because I don't have your normal ISM codes. I have an upper echelon connection to a different country in a way that you cannot understand. Like Jimmy, Amy Young's baby's dad, I could see the judge in him talking shit to me, sort of. Not really, but trying to get me to buy crank outside. And I was like, oh, no. Come on inside, and you go ahead and buy it from Anthony, because I'm not your Fed bitch. I'm not doing that, okay? I'm not your fucking sidekick. I'm not going to do this with you, Jimmy. That was not my plan. I did not agree to do it. I'm not a bad person. I might have made mistakes in the past, and this was 3.5, 4 years ago. I moved across the bridge 3.5 years ago, March 17th, okay? So August 17th, which is approaching rapidly, is going to be 3.5 years. Miss McLaughlin, Aubrey from Seattle FBI, Miss Sylvia Faye, Russell Faye, who also know I've made mistakes in my past that may or may not have been constituents at one point in time when she was getting her law degree, which is Sal's parents. Yeah, my baby girl Shreya's fucking grandparents, yeah. Yeah, exactly, fucking dumb fuck. And I nominated Christy H. from Portland, Oregon. And I don't know if she's actually in there at all, because all I see is Aubrey H. on my wall. And I don't know if it means Aubrey and Christy mixed together or not. And I just saw Sheridan. But anyways, whatever I'm doing once again, is them train driving me, because they will not stop, ma'am. They won't disconnect me. They won't let me be a UE member and get my money on the human being floor. They won't let me be a mom. They won't let me have a boyfriend. They won't let me be a normal human being, man. I've never hurt nobody. Somebody who has ever, that's a gold gun, different. Somebody who has a guilty conscience of something, like anything, man. But I didn't break into the office. That was not me. I was in Florida when Scrappy broke into that office, talking to the telephone pole judge, talking about my son didn't do that either. His sister would have remembered that, which wasn't even my son Elijah they were accusing of it. It was somebody else's son. Stealing from his sister or whatever it wasn't, man. Whether it was Bella and her brother or somebody different. It's not even the fucking point. The point here is that they're still setting me up. They're still tormenting me on the human being floor. It's not fair. I got off drugs to be a better mom 3.5 years ago, man. My family didn't even know I ever even did drugs. And if they do now, it's probably because they've seen a couple videos from me saying, yeah, I got off drugs to be a better mom. And they're still setting me the fuck up. You know how annoying it isn't? I literally just had to send a different message to my son, Jug Serpent, on Facebook, because they're still telling me that they're tormenting him up here. Acting like that was his mom, saying, oh yeah, I did that, or whatever. I was listening, I was asleep, and I was waking up, and I heard a judge, and I can't explain it to you what they do up here in virtual reality. They send you like these it's like visions, sort of, right? And there was a judge sitting on Xavier's head, watching Xavier sitting in his Bumblebee car, watching a video on his phone that supposedly his mom, Tiffany, sent him. And I don't know what she was saying, but he's all, Tiffany, like, what the fuck, man? Why are you saying that? Tiffany did not send him nothing. Tiffany did not say that. That is a different bitch over here pretending to be Tiffany to get her money in Oregon and Arizona. Tiffany has never hurt nobody. She didn't say she did shit. She has never been accused of nothing, ever, because she's not guilty. And if you are FBI or CIA from Washington motherfucking state and Interpol from London, you know that already, Portland. So why the fuck are we still having people talk shit to Tiffany out of her fucking mouth, watching videos, being like, oh yeah, you know, they're still talking shit about her, making fun of her over there. Really? Hey, Sheridan. Right, Sheridan Casey's gonna arrest the mother? What, the mother in the mothership up here? Where you pretend to be Tanika, where Krista jumps out and sits in Tiffany's body and be like, I had to jump out, I was so scared. I didn't want to get caught for setting her up. Oh, it's up there, yeah. I didn't arrest Nico. You're just saying this on YouTube, bitch. Two different bitches talking through my mouth at each other about what they're being accused of while Tiffany's on YouTube. Or, you don't know who Nico is? He was friends with fucking Mandy. Black guy. He's got a kid. He's a good guy. I don't think he's ever been in trouble. I mean, he might have been a porn star in the Horns division, but it's because they're pinging off him and it's never fucking black guys up here. It's a fucking white dude. So fuck you, bitch. And they come over here and they're like, yeah, Tiffany Brooks Browning was set up with Tanika Brown, who's a felon in Oregon, not even looking at a black girl either, looking at a white girl when they had it on autopilot. That's fucked up, white Tanika, who was not Tiffany or Tanika either. It was Sarah, who is not a fucking mother. I don't think Sarah's ever been in trouble either, Krista. Yeah, Trista was the identity thief from Oregon, and Krista is a sweet person who has Crohn's disease in Oregon too. One of them was a Fed, and she was too, working through her computer system with AK. But that was over 3.5 years ago, the same place where he went there and broke her window. Just like he broke my window at my old apartment when Tanika was living there, when I lived here at my mother's, to make them mad up here for not giving him his way. Because if AK's not allowed to live there because somebody there has a boyfriend, then they all get made up here. And I don't know if it's because AK was sticking up for Tiffany, or was White Boy sticking up for Tiffany, or somebody else. But the point here is Tiffany Brooks Browning has never done shit wrong to nobody. And we've been in her body for 3 years. And we've been in her back brain for almost 6 now. Just pretending that it wasn't her. Being humiliated all over the FBI needle internet over 3.5 years ago. Mikey Allen. Amanda Tessie, Ashley Service, Anton Ide, Number Two's guy with the drone that admitted setting Tiffany up. All from Portland, Oregon. Not Washington State, right. Yeah, well, Sean Clumpett was not from Washington or Oregon that she knows of. She knew him as being some cookie-cutter cunt that lived in Arizona, who was a spoon-fed motherfucker dating somebody named Amy, or at least that was his first love. And he's sitting here acting like he's too good to take some rotten-ass trailer that Katrina sent him down here to get AK Anthony Ciaz 3.5 years ago, or no, this was like 6 years ago, right, when I first had my apartment, when Sal worked at the office there, right. Yeah, he got me that apartment, and that was the first time I had met, LaShawn Clumpett and Bo from Arizona. They came down here to get AK and make sure he moved back there because he was hesitating or whatever, or being slow, trying to get that trailer, which was Katrina Hayward's trailer. And LaShawn looks at it. He's all, oh, no. I'm a cookie cutter cunt. I'm too snobby. I'm not driving this fucking trailer down to Arizona. It's falling apart. No, fuck that. No. We're going to steal Tiffany's phone, and we're going to give her our phone, because she's never been in trouble before, and she might be able to be the administrative assistant to the tow truck company in Arizona, which tows your cars when you're cheating on your wife, or maybe it's something different. Yeah, well, Tiffany had a clean hair follicle test on July 17th, and she just had a clean pee test today. So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, because today is what? Today is July 31st. It's after 12 o'clock. In 2025. Yeah, well, they're driving her train because they won't leave her alone. She doesn't... That's what I'm saying, Miss McLaughlin and everybody in the FBI, Seattle. you guys don't hear what Tiffany's hearing talking out of her own mouth and how she's being set up. They're literally telling Tiffany that every day that she doesn't do drugs, these motherfuckers are allowed to be setting her up here because she's the one keeping them clean and sober. I mean, yeah, off drugs. But it's not even necessarily that they mean to, it's on accident. Oh look, there's me and my baby girl. Notice how she doesn't feel the same way about her mama.
I never would have done any of that crap.
As she did 3.5 years ago when Tiffany first got off drugs, and we've been in her body ever since. Yeah, but you don't know about what I'm about to say, so shut the fuck up. Hold on, man. Right. So, it was never Tiffany talking to her baby girl Stray on Facebook. It was this stupid bitch up here from Portland being a Fed, which is literally the stupid dumb bitch off Amanda Tessie's head. And that's why they made Tiffany talk to Amanda Tessie on July 13th and go to Portland. She did not go to Amanda Tessie's house and sleep with her boyfriend up here or whatever the fuck happened. She went to Portland. They punished her for doing meth with Mandy by giving her kidney stones or whatever it wasn't. And then she came right back to her mother's house. Once again, getting off drugs because she was not a drug addict. She only hung out with them, doing drugs with them because that's what they do. And then they go to this brood house and she would not even open her eyes. She had to sit there on the couch with her eyes closed because she felt like they were trying to tell on him the same way they did Will. But Tiffany is not that person. She would never tell on nobody. She would never hurt no one. Yeah, well, Will from Brood got told on by somebody that Tiffany knows and he went to prison. And they came over here and called Tiffany the rat tail. Do you want to get told on by a gang member named Brood? You want to be wearing our body online for Facebook disrespect? Right. Being rude is kill a business. Right. Brood is kill a business when they wear your body for Facebook disrespect. Green lights, meaning greenlit, are not just on poles where we all come from and here. Do you know what greenlit means? It means okay to kill. Fuck it. They did us wrong, bruh. That's what greenlit means, man. Yeah, well, 3.5 years ago when they first did this to Tiffany, they told Tiffany that there was a UE member literally standing in Soraya's body making her shoot her mother and her whole family. Or maybe it was some other situation. Because Tiffany, Robbie, Carol, Soraya, or whoever it was, were rat tails, calling some Brood member a chimo, which you're not allowed to do for some reason. When it was never Tiffany calling anybody nothing. It was Tiffany down here saying, none of these fucking people hurt my kids. I'm not that bitch. Like, I'm not Avery. I'm not Amanda. I'm not Amy Young. I'm not Amanda Burgess. I'm not Rachel Morrow. Like, I never said nobody hurt nobody. I was the one proving innocence down here. And while they're sitting in my body proving innocence, these people are coming over here saying, Tiffany, why are you doing that? Because they're looking through my fucking eyes, proving innocence with a dual ISIM code or a split screen, and these motherfuckers are seeing somebody named Tiffany doing the same thing that they're proving innocence on. Bro? No, they haven't disconnected. Tiffany bet his whole fucking life, dude. She's like, I high stakes bet you, motherfucker from Portland or Arizona. You can't disconnect Tiffany, the human being, at all, because it'll disconnect you. He's like, I take that bet. And then what does he do? He disconnects a couple people with her name on. We're still down here talking shit out of her mouth because he had no idea she didn't live in Oregon or Arizona either. Yeah, well, Tiffany Brooks Browning is a billionaire up here. And she's going to be a millionaire here pretty soon. She's already made $2.2 million on the human being floor. Not just because of what they did to her, because of other stuff. It's just going to take a matter of time because it's literally a bunch of women who have to just take a step back for a second and put themselves in Tiffany Brooks Browning's shoes. Only Tiffany's. Not Mandy Tessie's, not Katrina Hayworth's, not Taylor's, not Trouble's, not Fallon's, not Trista Krista's. Tiffany's. The same one that they did a background check, upper echelon pi algorithm, meaning they know every single fucking thing you've ever done in your life. Every momentous and mundane moment that you had in your brainstem, they already knew it. But it was also mixed in with somebody else who was not Tiffany at all. It was somebody who did not give a flying fuck about their kids. That was a dude running from the law for some reason, and Tiffany doesn't even know who the fuck it is because she's not up here. Meanwhile, you have them talking shit to Soraya on her Facebook, talking shit to Lana Skinner, talking shit to Amanda Tessie, talking shit to Tana Cloud, talking shit to Angela Frick, talking shit to Jessica Messer, talking shit to a couple of people from Washington State. And Tiffany's not even 100% sure if her friends on the human being floor hate her or if it's just being sub-blocked up here. Because they do not want to admit that they lied, that Tiffany was the one they set up and not her. Which is not from Washington State at all. It's somebody either from Oregon or Arizona. Yeah, because they can pull your Facebook up here and they can sub-block everything. Like anything you send them, they can either change it or block it and even respond to you as other people. Because most of these people did not realize that I was not up here on line one as a Fed or a Fed's girlfriend or Fed's wife or whatever, or them pretending to be me. Yeah, but I wasn't up here. So the shit talk that usually goes between Feds up here on line one or whatever to win votes or whatever, it usually stays up here on line one. It doesn't go to the human being floor. Did go to the human being floor with Soraya Rain Caballero Cortez, Lana Skinner, Tana Cloud. It looks like Angela Frick, and maybe a couple other people too, thinking she was up here. Because the FBI sidewinder goes through Tiffany. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because they scanned her in a fourth time in Vancouver, Washington, after she had already had a sidewinder, which was literally supposed to be the person keeping Tiffany protected, Tiffany and Soraya protected, to not be considered Amy Young and Avery, or Anthony Ciaz, or Amanda Tessie and Ryden, or Katrina and Bella, or whoever the fuck else was already over there, connected in a different way. Who were Feds or connected like Feds, like Taylor. Taylor's the sweetest person on the planet, but she doesn't have kids, and neither does Ashley Service. So they'll try to switch it into Ashley Service to decimate her character instead, and Tiffany can still hear them. She's like, no, fuck you. You're not allowed to decimate a woman's character, especially a mother, or any woman at all, you dumb fuck, just because what, you're gay? In Oregon? Or is it really the extraterrestrial people that don't like women and kids? Where she just had another conversation with them today with Navajo mixed in, or maybe it's Wenatchee, saying, well, it's not really that, Tiffany. It's not that we were just gay, asexual people that don't like women and kids. It's because of what they do to women and kids up here, and we get in trouble for it over there. When we can read minds, and we're looking at the wrong people, reading the minds of the wrong person. Seeing the wrong people. You can have a split screen up here, yeah, and you can see other people in here, but the only way you can know if Tiffany's innocent is if you're in Tiffany's body on the human being floor and you talk about a memory with Tiffany. You can see her memory or their brain map to something up here or somebody else's brain map. Because you're not upper echelon, man. Yeah, well, when Tiffany threw the coins at AK 3.5 years ago, when he pulled that pink carpet outside, and he's like, yeah, I love you, you should move to Arizona with the faux on it or whatever, and she's all, bro, like, thinking in her head, like, you already have 2 girls, maybe 3, moving to Arizona. Each of them think that you're being true to them. She's like, go to Arizona, be a true somebody. I'm your best friend, not your girlfriend. No. And he basically almost threw the faux at her, and he walked in the fucking house. She said no on the pink carpet, and I think she stayed there for maybe another day or 2 or a week or whatever while they're talking shit to her. She finally fucking picked up her backpack, she walked to Safeway, and had her brother pick her up. And she never wanted to talk to Anthony Ciaz again, because the drone people threatened Tiffany's life that they were going to hurt her son in jail, which she didn't even know if her son was in jail because he's homeless on the streets, or if they were even talking about Jessica Pace and her son named Elijah. If she didn't let them watch her and AK have sex. She's like, I'm never sleeping with that guy again. I don't want nothing to do with him. Clearly he's involved in some pervert shit. She had no fucking idea what the fuck was going on. And that was 3.5 years ago. So then they leave to Arizona, all 4 of them, right? LaShawn Clumpett was already there. Amy Young, Anthony Ciaz, Katrina Hayward, all moved to Arizona around the same time while Tiffany was living at Carol's, right? She stayed there for like 3 months, not on drugs, not on meth, didn't go to Portland, nothing at all, until they scared her to death because she stuck up for somebody in court as a predisposed court case with a UE member named Cheryl, wearing her body, drugs in it or not, it's not the fucking point. She stuck up for Mikey Allen, who was being set up for being a rat tail or something different. And then they said, okay, well, you stuck up for him, now you're the murderer. I'm like, wait, what? there's a virtual reality, there's a literal message, a video up here on Carol's emails, or maybe it's Tiffany Brooks Browning's one that she can't log into, which is Tiffany1434578@gmail.com, which her password is 1434578 **. Wait, no, it's 143785 big C little c **, which is her password for everything. But back then they had changed her password to something else, like, I don't know what it is. But anyways, the point here is Tiffany's not guilty of shit. We were the ones talking out of her body in the kitchen while Carol was recording it either on her phone or Tiffany's phone, talking about, I think I've been set up for something. I think it was a murder. I'm not really sure. And then there's literally videos of Tiffany running around her house, sideways figure eights, with us driving our train from up here to jump timelines and a bunch of shit, trying to rewind time just because Tiffany stuck up for somebody on the human being floor as a UE member. Okay, and the next thing you know, Cheryl's saying out of Tiffany's mouth, big voice in the sky said, stop the tape. So she stopped the recording. And that was 3 years ago, around this time. Can you please just put this up here, like 100,000%? Because all they're going to do is showcase the fact that Tiffany's ever made mistakes because they're driving her train, because they will not fucking listen once again. You don't want Tiffany to backslide? Tiffany's not a drug addict no more, man. Have you ever seen Tiffany do drugs just to piss you the fuck off? Yeah. Right. Lose your license to drive. Lose your license to stand up for anybody else besides Tiffany Brooks Browning and the UE up here. Because if Tiffany Brooks Browning is smoking meth on the human being floor, so is everybody else. But they don't know that it's Tiffany Brooks Browning that keeps them clean and sober, because they see a bunch of other people like Rachel Morrow, Tana Cloud, Lana Skinner, Carol Browning, Emalinda Hernandez, Marisa Cortez, Sal Cortez, Tony Brown, all of which they've used against Tiffany, pretending that they're her, just to get her money in Arizona and Portland, while she lives in Washington State. Then stop letting this motherfucker talk shit out of Tiffany's fucking mouth, because it wasn't Vigilante at all, it's him. It's not LaShawn either, because LaShawn's dead. It's his fucking homeboy. I don't know. It says Nico black, but he's not black. He's white. Narcissistic piece of shit. I'm going to be sending this to them again. All the judges in Washington, the cops in Washington and Oregon, the DEA in Oregon, the FBI who's blocked me in Seattle or wherever they'd block me from, because Sherilyn from Oregon, Portland, yeah, because they said her name was Cheryl. So when I looked her name up, all I saw was an expired profile from Portland, Oregon. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, because they cut out time, right, back to 2018-19, because they didn't want to relive Tiffany's previous year while these people were being feds. Tiffany wasn't a fed. They weren't allowed to relive Tiffany's previous year of nothing. But they all pretended they were fucking Tiffany up here to get off their charges or turn into bigger fish than them, like Tiffany was okay with it. She was not okay with shit. At all, man. She didn't date any of these motherfuckers, and she's not even friends with them. She's not friends with them now, and she wasn't friends with them then. At all. Maybe in her heart, yeah, once they realize that she's a fucking good person and wasn't that piece of shit over there, and they're saying the N-word in my mouth, but anyways. Like, what does Tiffany have to do, man? Oh, let's just make an addendum to the Portland police report so they can add something different to it, showing her doing something different that she didn't do with her saying she didn't do it. She has no fucking idea what's in the video. She doesn't know if it's incriminating. She doesn't know if it's funny. She doesn't know if it was trying to prove her point. Because these motherfuckers did not realize she's not up here. Because up here, you can show videos and people come and talk to you about it and be like, that's not me in it. That was so-and-so doing something different with my body on or my reflection on. But it doesn't work like that on the human being floor at all. At all. Unless you're a fed. And Tiffany's not a fed. She's not Amanda Tessie. She's not Taylor. She loves Taylor, by the way, who's not a mom. She doesn't like Amanda Tessie because of who the fuck's in her body, and it changes her personality in front of her. And they punish her when they fucking tell her to fucking hang out with her because of how much shit she's talking up here about Tiffany, acting like that's Tiffany Brooks Brown, the human being they're talking about. It ain't Tiffany Brooks Brown, the human being at all. It's her, and them pretending to be Tiffany to get her money in 3 different fucking states because of what they did to Tiffany. The drone people did not have a fucking clue this year that they sent Tiffany the bodies. They thought they sent them to her. some Miss Innocent person who's never used needles and never been in drugs at all, like at all. I mean, maybe she was a little bit, but anyways. She didn't move across the bridge to get the fuck away from them from Portland to be a better mom to Soraya at all. Tiffany hasn't been able to be a mom to Soraya or Xavier or Elijah or nobody. She stays in her room 18 hours a day here in Vancouver, just like she did over there in Oregon. We've been in her body for over 3 years now. Yeah, remember when they made AK go to the courthouse to reopen the apartment so Tanika could stay there so he could do his alternate community service on the human being floor? Yeah, well, we were sitting here in Tiffany's body talking about it. And they made Tiffany call AK, talking about, yeah, you need to call him. Like, maybe he can fly you out to where he's at because they're still setting you up. And so he shows up at her house with Tanika in the car. Talking to Tanika like he had already had some conversation and agreement with Tiffany that it was cool if he reopens that room for her to stay there while Tiffany lives here at her mom's so he could come and go doing his alternate community service. And they would catch up on the rent, meaning Anthony and her, not Tiffany. Who's a fed? I mean, who's a felon who probably wouldn't have passed a background check to live there, man. Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. When she went there to get some of her stuff, the cops knew exactly when she got there, or else they wouldn't have showed up there. There was already a coffee table in front of the door from Scrappy or whoever else was flopping there, coming in and out of the back door, because people kept trying to come in the front door, probably, or else he was just schizophrenic, worried he was going to get in trouble for something. The same guy who broke her nose saying she killed his dog. Tiffany didn't kill fucking Scrappy's dog. They did from up here, either trying to kill Scrappy or just trying to kill the dog because the stupid dog kept biting everybody because he's schizophrenic and hates who's on everybody else's head. Right. Use a cow, not a person there, guy, or a dog or something. Anyway, I don't know what else to say, man. This is going on 31 minutes now. I hope you rot in hell, you fucking piece of shit.